Hey there, happy Wednesday! Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here just today and tomorrow now at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's time that we can relax and craft together here. I will be popping in after Thursday here and there. Probably not next week because that's when John's family is here again to work on the baby room and the new bathroom upstairs. But after that, I want to do some pop-ins of just working on the ABC quilt some more and some other projects. So make sure you're on the texting list so you get those texts, and then also make sure to like label the weird phone number that it's me, Alyssa from Penguin and Fish. So later when you get sporadic text from there, you're not like, who the heck is this? So all right, you guys, let's get going on the ABC quilt. We are hand stitching the back sashing pieces on this. We have one all set up for this one, and I'm hoping that we can get through all 4 of this row. So basically finishing a row a night. That would be amazing. I don't know if we can do that, but if we could do that tonight and tomorrow night, then we'll only have like 2 rows left to hand stitch the back sashings, and then we can move on to the big long sashings of like putting the rows together. So I haven't even done that yet on that other quilt. So it'll be the first time doing that. I'm excited. All right, let's get going. All right. So again, what we're doing is we've sewn our blocks together with a sashing piece on the front. So the front is actually done. And we have put a sashing piece on the back as well at the same time. But we haven't covered up the opening yet from like sewing the 2 blocks together. So we have like our raw edges here, and that's why we sewed that extra strip on the back. We're folding over that strip and then tucking it under like 1/4 of an inch. So we have like a little deal like that, and then we are hand stitching it down. And then at that point, our raw edges on the back will be protected. They'll be covered up. So we got our first row here all pinned. We had a little bit of time yesterday to press and pin that down, and we even got our thread started. So I'm gonna just get going on this right away, and then we'll come back. We're gonna do each one at a time, like the pressing and the pinning. So none of these other ones on the back are pressed or pinned yet. So that's what we'll do one at a time. So I'm just gonna fold this like so, just so my hand can get in there easier. And we're gonna start our little stitch here. I'm doing a ladder stitch all the way down the edge. So I'm going in the back of the fabric, and then I'm coming up in the back of the fabric and the edge of our binding strip here. And we're coming like from the right, like 1/4 inch or so. Oh, Mary's asking. Oh, yes. So in the text today, I said, "Give me all your baby info." So we did get. We had another appointment today. I'm getting him like every 2 weeks now. And we didn't actually get an ultrasound today. I thought we were going to, but it was just basically got my weight taken again, and they measured the size of my belly, and then I got to ask questions. I got to see the doctor and ask questions, and we got to. They got the heartbeat. Like I got the heartbeat checked again, just like with their little like whoosh 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 machine. So that's all that happened. So just a quick in and out one. I think I'm just, I will like from here on out be getting like more and more checkups like that. So I guess next time, I thought I was gonna get one, but guess not. I thought it was every time at this point, but it's not. So next time I will. So another 2 weeks, we'll get to see baby again. But we gotta hear baby, and baby's definitely moving around a whole lot. Oh, with the lighter, Linda's asking with the lighter color thread, like we have some light colors, light orangey colors work better. Um, it could. I think typically you want to match to your applique piece. So in this case, that would kind of be like the sashing piece. So theoretically, I would want like a purple and then switching to the like an orange or a white over here, I think. But I've just been like, I'm not worrying about it. I don't mind that you can see the stitches a little bit. So I'm just sticking with like matching all the rest of the background. But I think, yeah, I mean theoretically an orangey one would work too, but I think ultimately if I really wanted to hide the stitches, I'd probably use a purple and then change when it changes here. Oh, hey, Marianne. Came to say I watched you on YouTube because, oh, Facebook doesn't work for me. So to say for baby, you and John. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, we're excited for sure. Um, we've no name yet. Figuring that out. We talked about on the way home from the appointment. We're like, we're gonna have to get on that soon. But then we talked about oh, who was it on YouTube? Oh, Wendy from YouTube saying like that they just called their baby for like a week or whatever, and the nurses were getting mad at them for not having a name or whatever. I'm like, we're gonna be like that. We're just gonna be calling her baby. Whoa. John's working in the I don't know if you guys heard that. John's working on the upstairs, so if you didn't know, we're redoing basically redoing our attic. So a pretty common style house here in our area is a 1.5 story. And originally the half stories were just like, the attic, but people kind of redo them. So ours, before we bought the house, was redone, but only to the extent that they put a base floor down and put carpet on it, and then put up like 70s wood paneling on the whole entire thing. So there's basically nothing other than that, and some outlets that were pretty shady once we looked at the electrical, which we redid up there too during this process. But so basically, finished but kind of unfinished. So we're like, okay, we need a place for baby. So we decided to kind of redo the upstairs DIY style a little bit. So John's uncle knows how to do this stuff. So we or they, I shouldn't say we because I was not hardly involved in the physical labor of it all. But we put in a bathroom, so that was dramatic and fun. So that's still what we're working on. We're still in the process of getting the bathroom done because that's what needs to be all inspected by the zillions of inspectors and stuff. So we're trying to get that done first. So there's a bathroom now in the middle of that room where there was nothing before. So all the plumbing had to happen and electrical and all that. So right now it's like mid tiling of the little shower that we put in, and I think that's looking good. So John's, before his family comes back to help work on it again next week, or this weekend next week, he's, I think, cleaning off the tile because there's all the schmutz or what goes in there, not the grout, because we didn't do the grout yet, the mortar behind the tiles. So he's cleaning off the front of the tiles and taking out all the little spacers and that sort of thing. They still have to do the ceiling of the shower, but that's it. But anyway, so we got more tiling to do when they come back. But anyway, that noise, something fell down the stairs. He must have put something on the railing and it fell. But anyway, so he's working on that a little bit tonight. But ultimately, we're gonna rip all the carpet out up there and put some like vinyl flooring down, and then there's like a little nook above our dining room that's kind of closed off upstairs. So we're gonna open that up and put that'll be like the nursery. Although John says that it's a lot shorter than we thought, and like he won't be able to stand up all the way. So, we're gonna have to figure out that problem because we can't like raise the ceiling or anything like that. So we might just have everything low on the floor. I don't know. It's gonna be just like a little weird nook, but I think that'll still work as a nursery. But John wants to check it out tomorrow with me, with him standing in there. But it might just be I just think we're gonna have to have a chair. So we'll have to just duck down into the chair and then we can sit in the rocker. And then, I don't know. We were looking at, I mean, we have not looked at anything, so that's a broad statement. But I saw like some people do where they just have like a mattress on the floor instead of like a whole crib and stuff. And I kind of like that idea. And I still like the idea of like these low pillows and stuff so that everything can be just like low to the ground and squishy and whatever. So maybe we won't, I mean, ideally, you'd want a room that you can stand up in properly, but I don't know. I'm hoping we can make it work yet. I don't know what the alternative is going to be yet, so that's the state of that. So he's working on that this evening a little bit, which is nice. But yep, gotta hear heartbeat of baby again still today, which is nice. I guess everything seems good and all that yet. So this has been a pretty non-dramatic process so far, so that's been very, very good. Especially on my brain. All right, I'm at the end. I'm gonna go around again and do a little knicker knot. Get that extra little knot situation in here. Boom, got tangled. All right. Okay. And I'm just gonna set this. I'm gonna set it over with my other stuff. I don't like. Maybe I should get my needle minder out. I don't like having. Yeah, I'm doing that. I don't like. I'm gonna put the pins on there too. I don't like having. Hold on. There we go. I don't like having my needle just floating out there. So now I'm just gonna have my needle minder nearby, so I know where to find it. All right, I'm gonna trim. Oh, I didn't like tuck this into the end. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna snip it. This is gonna be seam allowance that we sew over anyway. So, all right, there we go. All right, number 1 is done for the evening. So between I and J is now complete. So let's move on. Let's get the iron back going. Let's move on to between J and K. So that's this one. So what we're gonna do is press, I'm gonna press like the gap, I think, a little bit. Just get all that seam allowance flat. And then we'll press this over and then tuck it under. So that's a little tricky always, but it's not so tricky that it's annoying. It just takes a little bit of finagling. Stretching it apart a little bit. All right, let's fold this over. Just trying to make sure that all the stuff underneath still stays flat. I don't know if I let this heat up all the way, but I think we're still good. Okay, so that's our initial fold, and now I'm gonna try and tuck it underneath. So there's our line right here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's where the seam line where we sewed the front on. I'm using that line as a guide of where to fold. So I'm just gonna try and like fold a 1/4 inch over here, just like finger press. And then we're gonna just kind of fold it over and try and match it up with that line as best as we can. I'm just going to kind of hold it there and keep tucking. And we can manipulate this a little bit as we stitch, but like the more I can get it just pressed in the right spot, the better. So, all right, I'm going to go to there first. It's a little more difficult when I'm at a seam, like right here. There we go. Kind of got it curving to the end here a little bit, so I'll have to adjust that, but let's tuck that seam under. I think that looks decent. All right, and then we'll pin this in place yet too. So we did a blog post, or not a blog post, a Facebook post a little while back of anything you think I need for baby, like that we need to go buy or get or whatever, or like something that worked really well for you. So I was gonna look over all those. I've been really tired with baby stuff. That's the big thing. Oh, from that whole side sleeping thing, I'm having trouble side sleeping. But I think I'm getting a little bit better. But I was gonna go over all of your suggestions on Sunday, but I just slept all day instead. So I'm gonna go through them later this week in that blog post. But maybe I should do another, not a blog post, the Facebook post. But I'd love to do another one this week of just like any suggestion you have in general. So not just like product suggestions, because I'm thinking I'm to the point now where I need to know the nitty gritty. Just suggestion stuff. So, it's just getting so close, you guys. It's freaking me out. Like this whole thing went so fast, which is a little bit of surprise. But I think it went fast because it's been low key, like just so low key. So I feel like very, very, lucky to have been in that position. Like I haven't had like morning sickness or anything. Like my only complaints, are basically that I'm just like a little like achy from like bones like not wanting to stay in place and stuff. So like walking is annoying and hard because my hips don't like it, and stuff like that. And it's just hard to sleep because I have to try and figure out how to sleep on my side instead of my back. And I've been waking up with just like a really sore back lately. So I'm figuring that out still, but I think I'm almost got that figured. But yeah, if that's what I'm complaining about, that's like nothing for this whole pregnancy. So I'm feeling very lucky for sure. And so I think that might be why I feel like it's going really quick. Although the doctor said today, unprompted by me saying this is just kind of what I've been thinking, but unprompted, or we were talking about something else, she was saying like it feels quick till about now, and then the end it's gonna feel like a really long time. So you'll have to let me know if that seems like the case. Jennifer says you need lots of earplugs and coffee. Okay, well, those are both covered. I do have earplugs now that I use, which I find like super annoying, but they're helpful for me to sleep. They're just uncomfortable, but they're the most comfortable ones I've found so far. Let's see. Oh, Marian says, love all your fun free motion quilting. Oh, this has been so fun to quilt at this size. I need to quilt more at like this small size. I'm just scrolling through your comments here. Just a sec. You need a body pillow to help you get comfortable. So I haven't gotten like a huge body pillow, but I did get one of these little body pillows that are like two little mini wedges that are like connected in the middle. So you can kind of like it's connected with elastic, so you can kind of move them a little bit and to where they're comfortable. But I I don't know. I haven't been very comfortable with them, and maybe I'll use them when it's like a little later, like because I don't feel like I need it to support my belly or anything like that yet. And maybe I'll want it then. So I've kind of nixed those for now, and I've had the most success of sleeping like the past like last night. And what I did is I I have like a teddy bear that I have as my leg pillow, and so I've changed that out for a fatter pillow. So now I have a fatter pillow in between my legs. So I think my hips like that better. And then I have a fatter pillow for my head. I just stole one of John's because I usually sleep with like a pillow that's barely even there because I'm just sleeping on my back. But anyway, so just those changes have helped. But now I just get like a really like my upper back, just like right in the middle of my back, I get like a knot in my back while I'm sleeping now, and that's really uncomfortable. So I've improved all the other things like legs falling asleep and just being just like all over uncomfortable to just like that knot in my back. So I got to figure out that little knot, and then I'll be sleeping like nothing. So that's kind of my like assessment. I've been assessing like, okay, what can I do now? So I do have like one of those like canes that you can like rub, like a Theracane, like to like a stick basically that you can try and rub on um, knots and stuff. So I'm gonna just have that near the bed, and maybe I can just maybe that'll help take care of it. But I don't know, something's not quite at the right height or something quite yet. So I don't know. Or maybe I just need a massage. Maybe I just need to go back to the chiropractor or the massage person, which I haven't had done like a massage yet through this process. So there's some baby massage things in the area. I think I should try out one of those. I think that might even work better than the chiropractor. Um, so maybe I'll do that and then the get the back figured out, and then it'll be fine. Oh, to get John to give you a good back massage to relax the muscles and yoga and stretches. Oh yeah, so I got to get back on my stretching. I do have a stretching routine and like a strengthening routine. Yeah, I need to do that tomorrow. I got to make sure to do that tomorrow. I skipped a few days because I was just so tired. Like on um Tuesday I didn't do it yesterday just because uh Jenna was here, so we were working all day. So I didn't, and I slept all morning, so I didn't get up. But Monday and Sunday, or Sunday and Monday, I was so tired. I literally did nothing but lay on the couch for both of those days. So I did not do my normal like exercise and stretching routine. But today I felt really good. I did ride the stationary bike today, and I felt like better. Like that was a better ride than I've done this whole entire time. So that felt awesome. So I clearly body wanted to get back doing that again. So maybe tomorrow I'll get up and do my whole workout routine. But I don't want to push it either because every time I've pushed it, my body doesn't like that anymore. But so I just want to get the consistency going again. Oh, Wendy, yep, our bodies are very good at preparing, being able to function, and no, oh, like no sleep when the baby comes. I know. Oh, Mary says, I wish I would have had an electric breast pump instead of a battery powered one. Oh, interesting. It would have been well worth the money. Okay, so that's like all the stuff I have to look into yet. So that's again, that's what I was gonna do when I on Sunday, but I just slept all day instead. I was gonna start googling that stuff because I think you can get like there's like hospital ones or whatever that you can rent or something, or I don't know. I gotta look into all that stuff. I know nothing, and I gotta talk to my sister-in-law and stuff about all that too yet. But yeah, that's on the list of stuff that's got to get figured out. And we got to get the car seat and all that sort of shenanigans yet too. Oh, Jennifer says I used to get bad leg cramps. So I feel like I've been getting leg cramps a hair at night, but not like it could be worse. Like it's not so bad that it's more like just like some restless leg stuff, which is just more annoying. And I've had like worse like restless leg sort of feelings before. So I don't know. I just feel maybe I have to just like drink more water or something. But yeah, so I haven't had totally ton of cramps, but it's suggesting that maybe I'll have some later, but I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it just, is as mild as what it's been. Marion says have newborn wear a sleep cap. Oh, interesting. Keeping head warm, they sleep better. You rest when they sleep. Yeah. I'm not a good rester. John can do that. He'll be able to do that like nothing. You rest when they sleep. No limit on cuddling and holding. Oh, that's nice. It goes by too fast. Sounds silly, but the warmer for the butt wipes is great. A cold wipe on a sleepy baby startles them. Warm is cozy. That is so interesting. I'll have to. I saw that on the list, that product list, or where you guys gave suggestions in that post. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. That's so funny. All right, it's nice when I can hold over here now. All right, so we're almost done with this second one. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we might still get 2 more done tonight. It'll be close. If we do get 2 more done, that will be like a record. I don't think we've gotten that many done in one sitting, so I'm not holding my breath, but getting 2 done. That's nice. We'll get 3 done at least. Oh, there are new breast pump ones that are hands-free. Oh, and rechargeable. Oh, can move around. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I just have no concept of any of that yet. Ugh, gotta start thinking about it though. That'll be weird. I'm getting like ads and stuff now on Facebook for like programs on like different ways to like the better way to breastfeed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Theoretically, I need to start looking at classes and all that yet too now, and we got a packet from the baby place and they suggested some places to look. So yep, I'm gonna have to start digging in. I postponed it all to about this time, so gotta do it for real. All right, couple more stitches. And again, I could have sped up this process by just machine stitching this, but I like hand stitching. It's relaxing. And I can just chill and chit chat. All right, so I'm gonna go around the spot again, and then we'll do our little knicker knot. Oh gosh, feeling uncoordinated there. All right, and this way. Come on, side a bit. All right. There, and I just plopped my needle on the needle minder right away. That makes me feel better than just like placing it somewhere. Okay, 2 done. All right, 2 backs done. So that's between the I and the J, and now this K one is done. So we got the 2 more. We got this guy, and between the L and the M, yet a floofy hair. All right, so let's flip it around and get the iron cracking again. And let's press this flat again. We'll do our little pressing over, and then I'm pinning, and go from there. This is gonna be a little weird because it's like so poofy right here because that's where that lion, all that lion mane is. Kind of want to pull this apart a little bit as I go too because we're pressing the front really at this point too because we didn't press any of the fronts yet. There we are. The seam over here is being a little stubborn. Quilt, I was saying, oh, Jennifer's saying you might want to machine stitch the long bindings. Oh, I should consider that maybe, shouldn't I? Because I think, I'm gonna Google that. That might be a good idea, like machine stitching the like really long bindings. That would be just interesting from the standpoint of just trying a different technique. I think a lot of times when you do that, you actually want to sew. You want to like sew the backs, like you're flipping it around. Like instead of having the front be the first thing that you do, you have the back, and then you let the front be the thing that you fold over, like what we're doing now. And then you can sew like a really nice edge on the front, and then wherever it lands on the back, it lands. You would see potentially like a line on the back, but I think who cares? So maybe I should, maybe I'll like look up some techniques to do that really well, but that might be a good idea. We get it done faster, and we still have the binding. That'll be a lot of hand stitching. It'll be just like neat to just try a different technique. So I'm not against that. That'd be interesting to go look. Oh, cool. I was saying you should see if there's any mother support groups in your area with new moms. They can be very helpful and have all the proven ideas that help. That's a good idea. Yeah, actually, I should just like start looking on Facebook. A little nervous about getting involved in all those groups. There's a there's a follower, or I don't even know if I follow them on TikTok. I think they just keep popping up on my For You page, but that it's supposed to be like representative of like a mom Facebook group. And so someone just says something, and then like the person gets the popcorn out because she knows like, oh man, all the moms are gonna have all their little like judgment things of like, oh no, you should do it this way, or like, no, that's wrong to do it that way. They should be not doing that by this time, and blah blah blah. And then she's just like eating popcorn while she's watching all the comments stream by. So I'm thinking that's probably pretty close to reality based on, of some like local, just like, for my town Facebook things, and like not baby related, and that's how they all are to some extent too. So I'm thinking, yeah, topic of baby in there, and it's gonna get like that. Or like they'll be talking about like something at one of the schools or something, and the whole pile of drama. But I should start looking into that. I need to write that down. So I remember to do that. But yeah, you know what? The boys will be here on Friday. I'm thinking maybe I hunker down on Friday and the weekend and stuff and just really start attacking all these topics a little bit. Oh, Mary says the hospital classes are invaluable before and after baby comes. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, my mom said I should try and get into many, like all those that I can and stuff too, just to know, because I know nothing. Oh, Mary says, I always put the binding on that way attached to the back and use a decorative stitch on the front. Oh, that's a cute idea. I have no decorative stitches on any of my machines because I just have all these old vintage machines. But I love that idea. Like, so, what Mary's saying is like doing this on the front instead of the back, and then like doing like a decorative stitch to hold this down. That's just such a cute idea. Ugh. Well, maybe. I haven't visited like my parents during this whole time because we've just been working on the upstairs. But I'm hoping to still get down there. Maybe we'll be at the point that I can just machine stitch. Maybe I'll be at the point that we'll have the sashing ready, the long sashing pieces, and maybe I can use my mom's machine and put some decorative stitches down with that. That'd be a cute idea. Kind of like that. All right, we're good. Let's get our next piece of thread. That kind of takes a while, like prepping this. Oh, that's a good point. When you're ripping your hair out, not knowing what to do in the middle of the night, another mom will be awake. That's valid. That's valid. Jennifer, I don't even have a zigzag stitch. I have zero. Like, I literally only have a straight stitch. And I can only use that black machine to the steampunk machine because the other one that I free motion quilt on, that one would have some, like, stitches, like dressmaker stitches, like a zigzag and, you know, stretchy stitches, all that. But the feed dogs don't work, so I can't use it for anything other than free motion quilting because it won't pull the fabric along. I think I cut this kind of short, but I think we'll have enough. So I can really only do a straight stitch, but I think that's pretty too. Oh, I missed this. Where'd that comment go? Oh, someone, I can't see that whole comment of I would not recommend telling anyone baby names. I don't know where that comment went, but Matilda says I agree because people love to talk about the baby names you love. I think that's kind of where we're at now. We're at the like, we should probably not say names anymore. And we don't know either. We have a few ideas, but some of the ideas I'm thinking are gonna get shot down real fast if we tell someone. So we don't want to tell anybody some of them. So, but yeah, I think that's valid. I think the not telling names thing is where we're at right now. But we talked about that in the car, like on the way back from the doctor today. We're just like, ugh, we're gonna have to like, we should handwrite them, like, you know, any that are on any sort of list that we like right now, and then just because I think handwriting it will, I don't know, make it seem more real or something. I don't know. And then just like pick the ones that we like and like live with them for a little. Maybe like just call baby that for a day and see how it feels, or who knows? I don't know. But we need some sort of strategy real soon here. We have someone we like, but like I don't know if we've gotten to a place where we're like, oh my god, that's it. Which maybe one never gets to that place, but who knows? But yeah, we gotta get on top of that. Oh, Barbara. Oh shoot, I already lost my needle on here. Dang it. Barbara says for sashing and binding tutorials for Quilt as you go, a great one is Pattern Pool on YouTube. Okay, Pattern Pool. I'm gonna get my sheet out and write that down. I thread this again. Because yeah, I think it'd be fun to maybe machine stitch one. I need a pencil. I'm gonna say Quilt as you go. Tips. Pattern pool. Pattern pool. YouTube. Okay, got it. And I'm gonna write down mom Facebook groups too. Mom Facebook groups. And I think some of this other stuff I'm gonna look up, like the other things that you guys mentioned. I think that's already on my radar, like to look up all those things from those product suggestions on that Facebook post. But yeah, I'm kind of in the like, let's get these projects done mode. Although like I said, I still really enjoy this hand stitching. But yeah, I think once we get to the long sashing pieces, I think I might just get annoyed stitching that whole length. So machine stitching for those, I kind of like that idea. Oh, Jennifer says one of my cousins mixed her name and the dad's letters. That's hilarious because we sometimes we're just like, oh, it should be Jalissa, because that's our names, Jalissa. Or we've been saying our names backwards, like Asilla and Naj are our names backwards. So that's been historically our like goofy way of talking about kids. Oh, we'll have like Jalissa sometime. Oh man, I don't think I could do that. Cool Daz says I was watching a show, an IVF show, and a couple wrote just like wrote names in a mason jar and picked like them out, and then they had to go with that one. I don't know. Jalissa. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Cool as that's it. Oh god. Oh, Mary says, don't listen to other people's birth horror stories. I never understood why people share these. So that is why I've been like avoiding the internet. Oh god. Like, yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I can like I need to hold off on that anxiety as long as I can. Like knowing myself. Oh, I don't need all that stirring in my brain. That's bad news. So yeah. Oh, when he says I chose easy to yell names, that's funny. So I think I'm talking about like my categories for naming, and these are just like the images that keep popping up, like of like a good sounding name. So like I'm like, and these like literally keep popping up. I didn't think of these. Like they're just like what immediately popped in my head and what immediately keeps popping in my head. It's like three things. One is like they're, I don't know, let's say 7. I don't know ages very well, but like we're running out the door and you gotta say, hey name, grab the such and such before we leave or whatever, So we're running out the door. You gotta say the name. That's gotta sound right when you're yelling like we're running out the door. Oh, grab this so and so. It's gotta sound good in that context. It's gotta sound good in like, let's say they're older, like they're 30 or they're like 25 or something, and they're introducing themselves to like a colleague or something, or they're at some like event or whatever. Some like work event, and they have to introduce themselves to like another person or whatever. It's got to sound good there. And then the last one is like, they're at a swim meet or something in high school, and they're like announcing the names for like the next relay team or whatever. So it's got to sound good in that context. Even though none of those things might happen, but anyway. Those are the 3 things that have popped in my head. And then my other random thing is it's gotta look pretty in cursive too, I think. So those are still my my testers. If it fails one of those tests, then it probably won't work. Oh god. Oh, Jennifer says the name we picked for our third son as soon as we saw him, we named him something else. I was reading a book and the character's name was nice. Oh, see, that's awesome. Like, I'm wondering if something like that'll happen. Oh, the Pattern Pool TV has an E on the end. Okay. And it's Pattern Pool TV. Pattern Pool TV. Okay. Thanks. I will check it out for sure. Yeah, before I started this project, a year and a half ago or whatever, I was looking at different ways to do the quilt as you go, and there's so many different techniques for it. So it definitely would be fun to try some other ones. Like I was saying the other night, there's techniques to do it without the binding at all, or the sashing piece at all, to cover up the edges, and ways to machine do it, and ways to do it with different size sashing pieces. I don't quite know how to do that yet. And so anyway, definitely a topic I could dig into some more for sure. A good strong name to say when they're naughty. Yeah. Oh God, what popped into my head just now? Imagining that is, we used to live by this dog park back in the day, and I used to just like go in and like watching the dogs. It was in the middle of this other park. It was in New York when we lived in New York City, and there was just like this basset hound that was so cute that was there like every day or whatever, and he was being naughty at one point, and we hear the owner go, "Jelly roll." Like he was just like yelling at his dog to like come back, but the dog's name was Jelly Roll, and oh my God, that did not work in an angry way, and it was so funny, and that's just always stuck in my head, like, just Jelly Roll, get over here or whatever. So that's what popped in my head when you said that. Good strong name to say when they're naughty. Jelly Roll is not it. Oh, that's funny. My brother's fourth son, Jennifer saying, was Harley William. When he was naughty, they used to call him Harley Bloody William. And he used to tell everyone that was his name. That's funny. So I have brothers named Jared and Justin, and whenever one of them would do something wrong, like it would be like Jer Rustin. So we've they're called that sometimes, Jer Rustin, which I think is funny. All right, out of here. Man, I think we're only gonna get 3 of these done tonight. I don't think we're gonna get that fourth one. That was kind of wishful thinking though. But we'll still be able to get maybe a quarter of the way through the fourth one yet. I feel pretty good with these 3 though, for sure. All right, one last stitch. Going around there, and let's do that knicker knot. Barely enough thread to do this. Get underneath. Don't fall out. There we go. Good enough. All right. So one more to do between the monkey and the lion. I always forget this little part takes time, like this pressing part, but important. So, all right. Getting everything down here. Ooh, there's a little cut in that seam here. Oh, it's just a seam just right on the edge there. That's what's going on. Okay. this over. Every stitch is progress, exactly, Jennifer. Okay, let's tuck that under. Weird bits here. I also feel like any name, the more you say it, the more, that's just the person's name, no matter what it is, Like a person can have just what sounds like a bizarre name to you, but like, like if you're working with them or something, but like, you don't even think about that, like once you know them and whatever too. So, I mean, name could really be whatever, and it's just gonna be fine. So that makes me feel a little bit more okay about the weird names, but I don't know. I've noticed that I still kind of want the name to be a little sweet, which I'm a little surprised at, but so I want it to be just a little sweet, not completely out there. Which I wouldn't have thought would have been the case before all this. All right, let's pin this. I kind of like working this direction. And all this slack down here now, I'm just gonna let that fall to my lap, I think. So I think, I guess we'll just kind of get this one prepped again. So I think 3 is what we can do in an evening. And I think that's actually what I think it's been in the past, being able to do 3. Oh, that might have been on the Splendid Sampler too, not this project. But yeah, so we'll get this one done tomorrow, and then 2 more of the next row, and I think that's just the way it's gonna be. Quilt says, as soon as you see your baby, the name will come to you. So I'm hoping that's the case. So like we need our little list ready. I think that's what my brother and his my sister-in-law said too, that they kind of had it narrowed between a couple, and then he was born and he was just Lincoln. All right. We gotta get narrowed to ones that we like. All right, so I'm just getting prepped, and then I think we'll stop for the evening. So kind of where we left it today, or last night too, just getting today's prepped and on it. So tomorrow, again, is my last scheduled day here. We decided, a few months ago to like maybe slow it down around this time, just because I don't know at this stage of everything, like how much I'll be able to be on and that sort of thing, like if I'm tired or whatever. So we kind of left it up into the air after this. So I still do want to do, as long as I'm feeling well still, I'll stitch for like 2 more minutes here. So as long as I'm still feeling well, doing some pop-in lives. Again, I will text before those, and I'll try and put something on social media and stuff too, but for sure I'll send a text. And just a reminder to, again, like add those texts that I've been sending. If you're on my text list, it's probably a good idea to make sure to like add them as a contact and put my name in there, like Alyssa at Penguin and Fish or something. Because even John today, he got the text and he's like, "Who's texting me from this weird number?" I'm like, "Oh, that's me." He's like, "Oh." So now, since it's especially going to be more sporadic, now you'll know who that's coming from. Um, so I recommend doing that, like making it a contact that you can say whose name it is. But yeah, so I am hoping to hop in. It probably won't be next week because John's family is going to be here all week working upstairs, so that's going to be really difficult to meet. But maybe after that, I can come in during the day and we can work on this some more, and maybe even just like we could maybe even just do a longer live during an afternoon, and I can just finish all of these binding pieces, pending we feel okay. And I don't know, so that's my goal. I want to keep working on this. It's just going to be popping in though when I can. When I can. Oh, Quilt says if you handwrite the names you love, it will help you narrow it down. Yeah, that's why I was kind of wanting to like. I said today that we should like handwrite them down and versus just typing them, like something about handwriting it on paper. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop right there. I'm just gonna stick my needle in here. And that's our last one though. So we got like, I guess we got about where I said, about a quarter of the way through this fourth one. But yeah, so this is row 3 of 6. The first 2 rows are done. So let's just like look through the I, J, K, L. I always have to loop his hair out of the way. And M for the monkey. And that's the one that we're working on. So I'm gonna just let that sit up here like this so I don't mess with it. And then we still got our last 3 rows to do. So anywho, that will be what's on the docket after this one. So okay, you guys. All right, so thanks again for hanging out with me. Quilt says the texting is really working well. Oh, awesome. I know we were having problems with it for a little while, but they've said everything's figured out now, so I think it's all good. You should be getting them at this point. So again, the link for the texting is below, and we're only sending live stream notifications. You're not, if you sign up with that particular link, you won't get like piles of advertising or anything like that. It's just when we go live is when I or potentially if we have to prep for something for live, like if we work on a project together, something like that, then I might text beforehand of like supplies or that sort of thing, and then text before the live, stuff like that. So anyway, so that link is below, and I think we've posted that some other places too. You can text crafty to like a certain number. I think we put that in a blog or in a post, in a social post somewhere, but the direct link is below in the description. So check that out. And all right. Oh, Pieces one of my friends had her baby. She was in the hospital and couldn't figure out a name. We came to visit, so I told her my favorite girl's name was Shane, and she smiled and said, Shanna, their name was Shanna. Oh, that's cute. I like that name. That's nice. Yeah, that's what we're just have to write these down, I think, and see how they feel. I think that's the stage we're at now. So awesome, you guys. Thanks again. I will see you tomorrow for our last day here at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And watch out for those texts. I'll send one probably around 8 o'clock again tomorrow. All right. Have a lovely evening. Good night.